안녕하세요. 일관된 생각에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Yeah, welcome to the welcome Daniel to the Korean review. Welcome to the new Coherent review, which is for Daniel, one of the support players in Team Timeless. I'm Lyannen. This is Vanilor, as you know.
I'm Vanilor. This is Lyannen.
Sure. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Today we're gonna have a look on your Mercy play, and I will be kind of responsible for reviewing your play as Mercy, as support in general, and as Mercy specifically. Well,
yeah, I will more look on like our performance as a team and what we could improve on that.
This might be interesting to watch for everyone, but let's go straight in. We have a pretty standard team comp. We have three tanks, triple tanks, and soldier, which is quite standard. We run Anna with it, of course, and you're on Mercy. So, what would you say is our main goal on Mercy here? I mean, obviously, we're trying to keep everyone alive, especially
the Anna.
The Anna.
We do have a second support in Anna who also like pumps out a lot of healing, but she has a nade to heal herself, which is okay, but the nade is just much more valuable if you use it on your team or on the enemy. So we want to keep Anna alive so she doesn't have to use it for herself.
But our top priority in this entire game should be something different, and that is
exactly.
Because if you have your ult and you die, your ult was worthless. If you don't have your ult and die, you will not build your ult fast enough. So if you can, stay alive in every team fight. Make sure you stay alive in the fight, even if you have to sacrifice one other player for it. Most of the time. Might be different in some very specific situations. Yeah, so we're pretty much also going to focus on your strategies of staying alive here. That is using your mobility in an adequate way. So, shall we jump into
it?
Let's go.
Is it next? We have all these callouts for Hollywood and now we're playing.
Yeah, we can skip.
Let's jump a bit forward.
Went over callouts.
Right
there?
Okay, yeah.
Right.
What about the
big thing?
Right.
I think we're fine.
Okay. Now, in the beginning, we want to like know the team comp of the enemies as fast as possible. So, if they have a widow, we have to play differently. Normally, like we have to play more defensively.
I have triple tank with.
Let me turn down the volume a tiny bit. There you go. I'm very happy with your positioning here, because you have the chance to damage boost Fabi's initial rocket. You're also very safe, because no one, not even a Widowmaker, could shoot you from here. And you also have a way of falling back in this direction. Wait, I even have this fancy pen over here. Like, falling back here. And it's falling back here. And going around and meeting your team here to keep them alive. So this is a good position. You just want to make sure to keep an eye on everyone back here, which you are doing, by the way, so I'm very happy with that.
Now the typical poke war starts. You keep up your Anna really good.
Yeah.
They have a Sombra. This means we have to really watch out for her. And the problem is we don't really have like a good anti-flank except for Roadhog, and we have a Deathball comp, which is kind of hard against the Sombra, because if we play as a Deathball, she can get a good EMP off rather easily, especially on first point King's Row, where you either play on spot or fall back like into Arch, or like the area behind the hotel and in front of Arch. So yeah, this is just a good team composition of them as well.
So what we instantly see is the Sombra attacks you, both supports, and you're the only one who notice, and therefore the only ones who are dealing with it. And I would say in general you can't really rely on doing enough damage as Mercy and Anna to deal with any threat. So you should definitely call this out to at least some of the DPS or tanks, so that you get assistance. In this case you don't die to it. But if Sombra teleported, for instance, behind you now, she might have been able to instantly kill you. which would be...
She would have just, like, for example, went through apps, invisibly going behind, teleporting up top into the arch. Wait, epic, man. I should just point. Like, if she goes through apps, back here, yeah, and then teleports up into this one from behind, and then just goes to the window that should be somewhere above you. This one, and then, for example, hacks you from above, or just drops down and kills you, or attacks you. That's rather annoying, to say the least. So yeah.
Okay. Now Sombra's gone. Lucky. What are we healing now? Our main priority to keep alive is of course the Anna, because Anna can heal everyone else, and then the tanks that are in reach. We don't, and I'm very serious about that, we don't want to be responsible for healing the soldier Fabi over there. And that's because A, we have the Anna who can long range heal him without putting herself in danger. B, he has his own biotic field to keep an eye on himself. But most importantly, C, if we have a fight going on, like over the point and maybe over here, and we fly here, we're in perfect sight of the enemy. They can just shoot us and kill us. And
Stuck hand at that point.
Yeah. Spoiler, something similar is going to happen. Not quite yet though. Okay. Yeah, Sombra's gone. You keep healing your tanks, it's wonderful. Stick on damage boost. And that's it. The hack, the EMP is very unfortunate. But as you can see, you were... Can you go back just a tiny bit? You were looking to fly up to Fabi, probably to reach a safe position. But this, but the way, but your path of flying there is not as safe enough that it's worth the risk taking. As soon as the enemies are coming in and you don't need to be involved in the fight directly, you would rather look to hide behind the arch, maybe. Let's grab the pen again. So, not the pen. Go in this direction, or maybe even if hotel is free, go over here. This would have to be communicated.
This is now, by the way, a really unfortunate situation. Like, their Sombra was really, really fast on that EMP. You can see we're 40 seconds in the game. And she already has it, and she lands a huge EMP. I think the Anna's also, like the Anna...
I'm pretty sure she is, yeah.
Over there. Is also hacked, so she lands like a hack on every single tank and both supports. The only one who isn't hacked is Fabi, but their team does a really good job by on following up. You can see it just now.
You die in a very few
she
seconds.
She goes for you instantly. The rest of the team speed boosts in and takes everyone out who's hacked, and only Fabi's remaining. This is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think you could actually have prevented yourself from dying there.
No.
So
that was just a really, really clean push by the enemies, like by them.
Okay. Now we see Fabi over there, but he's not our responsibility. You don't fly out into the open just to keep Fabi alive. He can take care of himself, and Tom is also alive. I'm fine with you flying up here, as long as you stay in this general area. Like, you can help Tom keeping Fabi alive, but you should not put yourself in danger. Fabi is kind of watching the flank over here, and you should be in a position where you can take off the entire team, take care of the entire team. So if you fly up here, it's fine, but after you heal Fabi, you should fall back. Which you don't, you go in with Fabi, and I appreciate the idea, but it's not necessary. It's not worth the risk. In this case, I would really want you to just fall back, you know, in this direction and play safe.
Should have his heal field up, like his biotic field.
Yeah, he didn't use it.
In case he gets attacked by someone, he can still drop that one.
And also he can get out very fast with his sprint ability.
Yeah.
So he will be in side of you and Diana very soon, and also I would trust Fabi to call out if he really needs healing.
This is something I would just want to mention, like what we could do better as a team. Like when Fabi goes up there and peeks and pokes, the enemy instantly knows he's up there, and the rest of the team is back then. They see that you damage boost him, so they know the Mercy is also up there somewhere. And they know that 4 people are like at the corner probably because I'm pretty sure they saw the Reinhardt. So they will suppose that the other 2 tanks and Diana will be somewhere there. So like in this situation where we kind of wait for the next fight, it would be better like to hide and not poke too much, because especially when you're on a flank, you don't want to give the enemies like information. You don't want them to know that you're on a flank and that you will attack from there in the next fight. So it would be better just to stay down until the fight begins and then attack from behind for the soldier and like for the others. Yeah, we can go. I think.
All right.
So okay, we I said that we have nanovisor, so we do have the tech visor already, so there's even less reason to poke on the flank right now. Because at this point it just gives the enemy supports ults.
I think we fall back now, which is good, as said. We want to have an eye on this Reinhardt.
Okay, now
the push begins. And at this point we already knew that we were gonna have res in this team fight. So we are definitely looking to play very defensively now. Maybe even fall back a little more if necessary, but I don't think it's necessary in this case because we are pushing the enemy right here. So if you stay here near the bookstore, you're in quite a good position. But as we can see here now, at least someone, that's the Lucio, is pushing bookstore. So let's see how the fight goes on.
They're in the bookstore, Lucio.
Yeah, good call out by Gohan. And you stay behind the tanks. Perfect. They already killed everyone there, so you can fly there just to top them off. Perfectly fine. Very good fight. I think you used 2 ultimates.
Tech visor and
nano boost.
Rotor gold.
Ah, okay. You kept your nano boost. Okay, but using 2 ults in a fight is perfectly fine. That's good ult management there.
I mean, Rotor ult and nano tech visor also like a good combo, because the Rotor ult will either like completely destroy the Reinhardt shield, or he will take down the Reinhardt shield to like save it. And in both situations, the tech visor just has like plain field, like can shoot everything. So that's a rather good combo.
Now we're in the same situation again. We should not follow Fabi up here. Do this in red, maybe. I think this is the most the reddest red we have. We don't want to follow Fabi up here because we see we have an enemy soldier coming this way who can spot us now and who might even be able to shoot at us. So we should leave this to Fabi. He's guarding the flank and not put ourselves in danger, especially because we have our res up.
But just one thing I want to mention, like it's super helpful to know enemy compositions, so you can press tab like a bit more often, especially right now when you're up there and you kind of want to know who could get up there, because we see one person there. Who is it?
It's a soldier. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, they did play a diva who could come up, and what else did they have? The Sombra, but I think the Sombra switched to soldier. Not sure though. Yeah, probably. That's exactly it. It would be helpful to know what they have.
Yeah, for you, and also if you're asking for reviews, it's very helpful for the analysts.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
And especially like between fights where they spawn, it's super helpful because you instantly see who switches to what. So, just one advice.
Okay. Now we are up here, so let's make the best of it. We are looking to not fly further into this direction here, because we are in real danger if we do, because there are enemies coming. At least one, and he's alive.
At this point, you both will be called out.
Oh. That's oh no, that was not intended.
Point and comma.
Yeah, sorry.
Frame by frame.
at this very moment, we see a diva coming up here. And now we know we are in instant danger of dying. So what we should be doing is calling out this diva to Fabi, because he's the one who's here with us, or at least calling out the diva in general, and then just run away. Because we don't want to die, we have res. We need to stay alive here. So you could run away, Fabi can sprint up here, maybe at least distract the diva, and we hopefully can escape.
Yeah.
And
especially if you just like run back there, where you came, your Anna can see you again, and Diva used her shift just now to get up, so she won't be like able to follow you that quickly. So you should survive.
But you see, the fact that we have a flank here and a flank here is one of the reasons why we shouldn't be up here, especially with only one other person with us here. Thank you. Oops. Ah, wrong button. Thank you. So what we do instead is flying towards Fabi and even in front of Fabi. But as we can see, the kill feed is empty. That means there is at least a soldier to our right now. And we're standing between a soldier and Fabi. This soldier is very happy now because he can shoot us freely without fearing any threat. And unfortunately he does.
Crossfire now.
And we die. Yeah, Fabi is right. You put yourself in an unnecessary position of danger there. So, yeah, everything we said before, we could have avoided this probably by playing more defensively. But okay, let's go on.
Sombra's with him. Watch out. Spread out a bit.
Soldier, Diva, and Mercy are flanking.
By the way, yeah,
it would have been better just to run.
Yeah,
instantly, like for Fabi in this situation, like you had the Diva up there, you had the soldier up there, and you could see that the soldier was damage boosted at some point, so there were at least 3 people up there. Fighting that is just suicide. They're just running away.
Fabi just called out the soldier, Mercy, and Diva. He should have done this earlier, the instant he saw that. Because now they just ran into your team from behind and you got crossfired. And
the rest got EMP'd and killed, I think. That was just, again, death ball against Sombra comp. This is hard to pull off.
Okay, you're doing a good job in a very good position here, keeping Fabi alive, so I'm perfect.
We were indecisive at this point. Like, we were like, do we want to contest? Should we contest? Yeah, let's contest, and nobody contests. And they get the point for free. So they only needed to win like 1 team fight in the street space with this, which is like not optimal. You want to let them, like, they should need to win at least 2 team fights. One at the choke or corner, or one and then one at the end. So that was just, we need to be more decisive with the calls, like contest now, Reina charge in, or if Fabi's the only one, just jump on card, try to delay as much as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This was a bit of, it's not even miscommunication, it's more non-communication.
That was just, we were not like that confident on our calling rolls just now, so that's just something we need to.
Okay, once more, Diva in our face. Yeah, instantly called that out, but I think Fabi noticed it. We will see in a second. And just run away. She just used her boost, just run away around the corner and fly behind your team. You should be fine. You should not die to this Diva at the moment, because she has no options to efficiently follow you, especially around corners. Yeah, Fabi saw her. Yeah, one thing I oh wow!
Right,
hi Ryan. One thing I really want to tell you, you're doing an extremely good job on is always keeping a beam connected, because as Mercy, you don't want to waste your potential by not being connected to anyone with your beam. I think you also have toggle beam on, which is a setting I really recommend for everyone who plays Mercy, because you don't get in a situation where you have to actively care about having a beam connected at the moment or not, because if you have it on toggle, you're just always connected. Yeah, so good job on that. Bypassing the Reinhardt and quickly flying away.
That was a good.
Lucky you, you got out there. Good Guardian
Divine
Angel, good use
Shield.
of Angel. You
And
got
behind your tanks in line of sight with your Anna.
you got behind of behind of the Reinhardt shield, behind the Zarya as well. Thomas in a cool position over here, by the way.
L shapes. Anna's like L shapes.
What?
L shapes. Like if you have
yeah, just draw it.
if you have something like this, and like 2 corridors,
Which is the case, by the way.
Your
here.
team is here, the enemies are here, your Anna is here,
Yeah, perfect.
Anna can heal them, they can shoot the enemies can't shoot Anna. Anna is safe, can do her job. It's really nice for Anna.
Again, we do have our rest up and people start dying. So now we want to
probably
stay safe.
Fabi.
Yeah,
Who was
so
rushed up top with
so
you.
now we really want to play safe. Just to make sure we don't get focused on. We're behind our tanks already. We might want to hide in one of the rooms. Let's see how the fight goes. Okay, we're flying back to Anna. And with that, yeah, you're going into this room. As said, good decision. Yeah, you like what this Reinhardt did, charging over here, was very ballsy, and he's probably going to pay for it. But that's not your problem. You don't have to take responsibility for this Reinhardt, this direction, yeah. For this Reinhardt, it's mirrored, it's a bit strange. This is my left side, so you don't have to take responsibility for your Reinhardt charging in this direction. Now you are in a bit of an awkward position. Let's go back just a tiny bit. Doesn't work. Ah.
Yeah, yes.
Thanks.
Oh, I see right now is that the enemies can see two people. Your Reinhardt who just charged in and you.
Yeah.
And the Sombra can see the rest.
Yeah. I think I would suggest that we actually stay in this room. And maybe use the flank. So like, you know, go around here, basically, to rejoin our team. Because I think that's the safer route in this case. Because the enemies are all here. Where they can pretty well see us if we choose the direct way, which they do. Let's hope we don't die. Yeah. Okay, we need a Guardian Angel now, and we managed to go through. Okay, good use of Guardian Angel there. Yeah, okay, every second Guardian Angel you use in this fight was really good. The other two were dangerous. And I'm talking, of course, about... This one was really good. The next one puts you in a dangerous position. Like, flying up to Gorn is not necessary, as you saw. You could heal him from further behind it. Even if you lose your range, your beam range to him, you can just walk towards him for for a tiny bit and apply your beam to him again. This, by the way, is why I have the setting on hold shift to Guardian Angel, because then you can really fly a extremely short distance. So that's just enough that you can apply your beam and then release the key. It's my preference, but I find it easier to do very short, but still very fast move. Okay, and now you Guardian into safety. Very good. And this is where you want to stay. Because Tom is very well alive, you can keep him alive.
5, 3, 4.
Was a bit too far, this Guardian Angel.
Without a mech, we can take this fight. We have our Reinhardt back.
Yeah.
But we don't have a Lucia to hard engage, so
You got
it's
this.
okay. Just play defensively.
This was a good Guardian Angel, by the way. Very short, still very fast.
We're again between fights. You can check.
Okay. Lanok is in a very awkward position here. But I like your very careful place here. It's exactly what I was talking about. You don't even take damage.
This is more like, to be honest, more the fault of the enemies than what we do good. Like, they are a bit indecisive and they're like engaged in this on this point. Like, they kind of like trickle in, we picked them apart one by one, as apart from the graph that we used, where we had the diva in it, which was a bit sad because we whole hogged and she just ate most of it. But after that, like, the enemies didn't like hard push us as a ball again, but just had triggered in. I think one got hooked and killed then, and just it wasn't as decisive as the other attacks.
Mm-hmm. Still, I like Daniel's position
Yeah,
here,
that's,
which I was
like, it is good that we play defensively in this position.
Yeah,
but still go for picks.
Yeah, this refers to the rest of your team, of course, not directly to you.
Shortcut. Here we go. Waiting for the next fight. Again, you can press tab to see if they switch something up. EMP.
There's the EMP. It's, just perfectly executed. You stayed out of EMP range. You even saw the Sombra. You stepped back a few more steps. You still have your res available. So now just stay safe. Don't get killed. And this team fight should be a lot easier. Yes, even dodge the hammer down. Great. Now stay back a little more. Yes. Good job. And go in and res. Good job. And fly back instantly. Fly back instantly. Yeah, you can instantly use Guardian Angel again. I think you should have rest, turn around, and use Guardian Angel on Tom in this case.
Wasn't that even like patched that you get your Guardian Angel back instantly?
Yeah, half a year ago or something.
Yeah, okay.
It's quite old buff. Yeah, but make use of it. Fly in, res, instantly fly back as much as you can. So we did not do this. We get a perfect Zarya shield.
That was a really good Zarya shield.
Gohan, if you're watching, good man.
That was a nice tempo rest, by the way. Like, they used 2 resources. Like, they used EMP and Hammer Down just to kill me and Reinhardt. And they used their Ananite, which was also quite helpful that they don't have it like for the next few seconds. Especially against the Nanovisor. And then just go in, make every progress, like, delete every progress they made this push and
push them. Yeah,
and then
so
counter push.
This is how you res. This is how you use your ultimate as mercy. Perfect. Pick up the health pack. Still stay safe. As said, don't die. Nope. We don't fly to Vanilor here. We don't fly to a surrounded purple Roadhog. We definitely don't. I mean, you probably didn't know he was purpled, but still, don't put yourself in danger just for the slight chance of maybe keeping one other player alive. It's not worth it.
Did they res? By the way, I wasn't.
Ooh, I didn't pay attention
because I think we killed like 4 people.
Yeah, they res.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so like our progress got reset as well, so we are still mid team fight. Like it's not.
You're trying to stay safe. You should not be trying to heal Fabi here. This should rather be Tom's job in this case.
Tom died, I think.
Tom died.
Tom is respawning,
okay.
And like the other tanks are left at the Mega, and the Sombra's on him.
Not sure. Maybe you could have avoided dying to the Sombra by flying towards your team here, but I'm honestly not entirely sure. Just in general, it's better if Fabi dies than if both of you die. Yeah, try to keep that in mind and also make this decision sometimes actively to sacrifice a person, because I don't think you can even rescue Fabi. Actually,
that was close.
Okay. You died to the Sombra, and I think Fabi's dying now too. Yeah, so both of you died instead of only one. It was in the end not worth it. This is what I was talking about in the very beginning.
Okay, we can see only Gohan is alive right now.
Yeah.
So the only other option he had was flying to Gohan, who was also like in the middle of the team.
Yeah.
That was.
Okay. I didn't pay enough attention to what was what exactly was going on there. Okay. Yeah. This happened. Maybe we could have avoided it, but just in general, always keep the song in mind. Okay. Anyway, Gohan is stalling it out a bit, but he's probably going down now. Oh no, actually Clannock was alive.
Oh, okay.
Clannock was
Then
alive
it
as well.
was-
He was in here too. That's what
Okay.
I saw at least 2 people in here. And this hammer down is maybe a bit early. What do you think?
Probably even, I wouldn't say early, but late. Like,
Depends on when he got it. I don't know.
yeah,
when he got
yeah,
it.
that's true. But like the team fight, it was a 3v3, and we have spawn advantage at this point. And it's only Diva, Mercy, and Sombra left, I think.
Hmm.
Maybe Lucio. I didn't see the Lucio in the last few seconds. But Thomas coming back. And I'm spawning. So we would have at least a 4v4.
Yeah,
So-
when
Sombra did use her MP already, so she isn't that much of a threat.
when Fabi and you, Daniel, were both alive, you maybe could have taken if Clannock landed a good hammer down on the guys.
I think like Mercy used the harass in this fight as well, so both are not that high priority targets. Diva, Sombra is still kind of a priority target just because she builds her ult like incredibly fast. But I would even say that Diva is more important than killing Mercy right now. Like, because Diva is does much more to keeping the push alive than Mercy at this point. Because Mercy did res and Diva puts out a lot of damage and denies us like doing damage with a defense matrix. But yeah, like I'm not sure with this Earth Shatter. I mean, we only see that Sombra got hammered down. I suppose there's no one else because I don't think
don't
there's
think
someone
so.
else.
Diva
So-
didn't get hit, right? No,
Might
it's
have
only this
saved that and just kept your shield up. Maybe swing at the Sombra or the Diva if they come too near, or try to pin the Diva even, because then we have again like Tom who could throw a nade on Diva when she got pinned, and denying the Mercy the ult charge, for example. So yeah, there would have been alternatives. Like you get rid of the Sombra, I suppose. I hope.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess so. I
because-
mean, we see a
yeah.
sleep dart hitting here. As well.
Yeah,
Pretty
no,
sure
it's-
this is a sleep dart. It's white. It would be purple if it was a normal shot.
Pretty
sure.
No, it's your team. Almost. Right.
Oh, it's actually just a shot. Okay. I thought, yeah, whatever.
But yeah, Sombra should die, which is good, but it's not worth an Earth Shatter, I suppose. But yeah, there would have been alternatives. Well, it happened, but
Okay, but let's go on. Mercy's still alive.
yeah, exactly. Charging the Diva.
Oh,
Tom-
nice sleep dart. Nice sleep dart, just by the way.
I keep Diva alive, don't kill her yet.
Yeah, this is a wrong call by Fabi.
Yeah,
Because
we're still in the fight, and like if we don't kill the Diva, she was just push out damage, put out damage into us and get her back. So we want to kill her as fast as possible in this situation.
if
because-
she's the last one to die, you can stagger
Yeah,
her pretty
exactly.
well. But not in
But
this
we
case.
know that Mercy is still alive. She flew to someone else, so there's at least one more person alive. And I think they're still pushing because we played it kind of easily.
It's in the middle of fight. I remember seeing this in the overview. So we stay
Reinhardt
behind
was
here.
behind us. For some
interesting.
reason.
He gets punished for it. Yeah, we play defensively,
Going for Hawk.
not over defensively because we want our ult. Maybe heal Vanilor for a bit. Yeah, just keep our beams connected.
And now the push is over. Out of position is relative in this situation, I just want to say, because they don't have an Ana, so no one's really there to punish me, and if I would have landed the hook, I would have just delayed their push even more. So, and like I was at the big med pack, I think it even was available, not sure though, but I could have gone out, but like easily.
Same thing again. We have our res. We want to stay alive
Someone
at
teleport
any
top left.
cost.
Someone top left.
That was a quick build up. I didn't even.
Yeah, it
look at
was. It was.
Like,
Like you're playing a tank-heavy lineup. You're playing a very tank-heavy
Yeah,
lineup.
true.
So both Ana and Mercy will have their ults at least every second fight.
again, dodged an EMP by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Just by going here.
It was probably not planned exactly, but you went into a very defensive position and it worked out. You dodged the EMP. You're still available with your res. Let's see how the fight turns out. I suppose Gohan is going to die now.
I mean, I think he's critical because he just got EMP'd and lost all his
Yep,
shields,
stay back.
basically.
Exactly. Yeah. Now now you should actually actively call them to die, because what does it help if who is it? Clannock. If Clannock stays alive longer here, you need to get your res off, and if you res now and then Clannock dies, you lost one target. So you can actually call them to die now, and then you can either go this way or that way to
Tom
res.
can go back and spawn, but at least Clannock should die.
Yep. Okay, you res 3 people, and don't keep Clannock alive. So this is the exact thing I was talking about. If Clannock had died as a second or two earlier, you could have rest 4 people. Yeah, gunplay of the game, and
The most important.
yeah, the fight would be a lot easier for you. Anyway, you fall back, but you don't fall back into safety.
2 people at our spawn.
So you try to keep Clannock alive, it's fine, you're invincible for a second. And we have a Sombra and a D.Va here, so we should not fall back into this direction. I think you didn't see them.
Yeah, I mean, who would expect D.Va and Sombra at our spawn?
I mean, it's strange, and I think you just turned around and Guardian to far away.
I mean, he saw Tom there, like, through the silhouette before. So.
But did anyone call these out? I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't...
This should have happened.
It's the first time I see them.
Okay. Yeah, you fall back a bit. There we go.
Here we go.
Okay. You're using your Guardian Angel pretty much on cooldown, which is great because you stay mobile and even quite unpredictable, because there's nothing more annoying than seeing a Mercy, calling her out, and suddenly she's somewhere entirely different. So good use of Guardian Angel in this case. Let's skip the pause, because the pause is extremely long.
Yeah, we waited quite a few minutes for Saltwater to get back.
Yeah, it's about 6 minutes or 5.5. There we go again. Keep chat clear, thank you. Oh man, this person.
2 spectators, like the young ones, I tried to not read chat like at all, except for blue stuff.
Good idea.
Yeah. Okay. Watch out. They have a Rotok now.
Okay.
Yeah, watch for hooks, go on. Stay behind shield.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So much out.
Now we want to, like, even more, like, don't fly offensively, because the Rotok hooking a flying Mercy is super easy, like, because you know how fast she is and stuff. So.
But I think we are not doing it. I think we are staying very defensively. Maybe even fly to Fabi. Yeah, we do it. Yeah, keep on alive, Betty. We missed our Guardian there.
Oh, take the big pack. Yes. Good job.
That was the great escape. Keep healing on Van.
Yeah, that's just lost.
Okay, and no, you don't.
It's okay.
Okay, you couldn't have done anything better there, I don't think. No.
Can we go back and look at the team fight, like what went wrong? I want to see, like, why this team fight went so wrong. Like, it starts here. I think they push hard. Our Reinhardt barrier is already nearly down. We get the Lucio. We should have. Someone was purple back there. I think it was the soldier.
The Reinhardt as well.
Yeah, and the soldier was, I think, half or so, and purple. We should have called him, like, instantly, like, to get rid of him, if the D.Va wasn't matrixing him extremely. We're going. That was good. I think it wasn't planned, but it was a good thing, like the Reinhardt charge with the Zarya bubble. That was nice.
Don't point to the screen, by the way.
Yeah, true. I like speaking with my hands.
Yeah.
And I think I have my camera back at home, like, set up lower, so I don't have to use my hands in front of my face. I guess, where was it? Charging, especially against the D.Va, because it gives our soldier a really nice moment where he can just shoot damage into the enemies, especially, for example, against the purpled people back then. So that is a really nice move, and it's good that we, like, did right there. We Or Reinhardt gets taken down, probably because his shield was already pretty low when they just first engaged. Not sure why Gohan is in this position exactly. Where did Reinhardt die? I would have...
Here.
Back there, okay. We split up too much in this one. Like, we should have used, like, stay behind the payload, use the payload as partial cover. And especially when our Reinhardt shield, like, gets low, just using the payload as additional cover is really helpful. And then just see... yeah, we charged the D.Va, I remember. Charged the D.Va, but then just fall back, like, behind the payload. Maybe he tried to do it, or the D.Va... Did someone, like, go up the stairs behind? Then probably he tried to chase them down, but that's not really the job of Reinhardt. Like, Reinhardt should stay and provide cover for his team. If it was the D.Va, she should be at like 200 health maximum. Especially when Gohan also shoots into her, then probably Fabi could have done the job. Just calling out D.Va is low. For Fabi, go for her or something. D.Va is out of mech, so no one went the stairs. They used the bomb to get the stairs.
I'm pretty sure their Rodok went up there. Because we
true,
even met him here.
Rodok.
And he also is the one who killed Clanok. So he was trying to get to Fabi, then fell back and ran into Clanok and killed him.
Yeah, okay, I see. And then Gohan was kind of out of position because Reinhardt died out of position and he was with the Reinhardt. So that's kind of a series of unfortunate events. And now we're at the 4v6. They just used the D.Va bomb to get the mech back to reset the D.Va to be even more annoying than as baby D.Va. It's a 4v5 because we got the Lucio instantly.
The camera is not focusing. Hang on.
Probably because I'm...
yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is just really, really unfortunate at this point. Like, we have a Rodok behind us. Like, Rodok is going for the flank. We have the Reinhardt who can just swing away at this point because Soldier is occupied with the Rodok. And I had to hide from the D.Va bomb who was behind the payload. So Soldier is also just running behind Reinhardt and pumping out damage. So
to be honest, every reasonable person would have given up on life already, but not Daniel. Because in this very second you get your Guardian Angel back. So I think you managed to dodge this Reinhardt swing that we see incoming here.
I think it hits him because he goes down to like 30 health.
Ah, yeah, right, it even hits you.
But he has luck that the Soldier is not focusing him at all.
And you even managed to pick up that. But now people are coming from behind you and you just have no chance.
That's just now. The spawn is coming, the Lucius spawn is coming back. There are 3 tanks on point.
No chance of surviving there, so
it's just over. No, I think that was a really nice. I think the charge.
Yeah, the charge
knocked him down, but the Soldier lasted at him.
Yeah. We're instantly applying our beam,
and we have shield advantage now because they don't have a Reinhardt, and we can just.
Oh, get ready to. Okay. This is very quick, but still, let's go back because we see we're on 83% res, so we expect to get our res very soon. So what we're looking to do is now topping everyone off that we can without dying. So you get most ult charge by healing as mercy. So we want to heal everyone who's not at full health, but without risking our own death, and then instantly. Already look for a position to hide in. We get in, we heal Tom, great. We fly in a tiny bit. Heal Clanok. Now, we really want to get out of here.
Rodok rest in front of us.
Yeah, we really need to get out of here. We do this by flying in this way. Let's see how it turns out. Yes, we don't manage to get out here. I think I would have preferred you to go this way. and hide behind the boxes. It's what I usually do on King's Row last point when I have my res up as Mercy. I'm not 100% sure whether there were enemies in this direction.
I mean, Rotor got rest in front of him and looked at him. So that was
not sure if it would have turned out better, but just in general, this is a really good spot to
maybe it
stay
would have been
in.
better like to directly fly to Tom instead of me. Like get a
Could he though?
Fabi, stay back. Fabi, stay back.
I tried to kill them, Mercy.
Let's remove
No,
this.
he couldn't. He couldn't.
No, you couldn't. So this was not an option in this case.
I mean, he could have.
You could have maybe just
Yeah.
walked in this direction
Yeah, like
and then
what-
flew to Tom. Maybe this would have saved you. Maybe not, because your soldier, because the enemy soldier was just pulling out his tech visor. We're really trying to find a very optimal solution now, because
Could have maybe called for shield, like just letting Reinhardt shield up, blocking the nanovisor, hiding behind him, and then like calling out the Rotor, like to kill the Rotor because he was on you. It would have maybe done a difference.
and lastly, we would also have had the possibility to go in here.
True.
Actually, maybe this would have worked, because the Rotok was not looking at us anymore. The soldier just now starts tech visoring, so if he
I don't know
doesn't
if he
focus
was
instantly,
actually.
maybe we don't know for sure. But there are a few more possibilities to what might have worked a bit better, because now you took a very long way to get out of the fight. So
Yeah.
maybe one of the other ideas could have worked, maybe not. We can't be exactly sure, but yeah, I just suggest taking a short way out in general. Yeah.
It's also like that the soldier had tech visor up and just started shooting at us. It's unfortunate, but I guess we could have known if we would have tracked their ults.
Yeah, this is just a general thing I
Yeah.
told you after each scrim I spectated. As well. Yeah, you will get into that.
Yeah.
I wanted you to stay alive for now.
No diva.
Okay, now we die, but as we know, we still managed to hold.
Hey, Fabi, wait for me.
I don't have five.
I got hammer down.
There's no sense.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I think we are now looking to instantly res, of course, which you do. Oh, huge res.
3-man res.
Beautiful.
It didn't check the spawn as much.
So
And you even stay alive.
So it in the end it all turned out well. Also for our res.
Keeping the soldier alive, I like this one, by the way. Like, even though he's nano boosted, they will so focus him, and just keeping your heal on him will happen hugely at this point. Like,
Hammer down. Diva down.
that was even earlier.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see the res again. Why not? It's a great play. Go in. There you go.
Ending up, looking for a target to heal. Running away from the Reinhardt. Good. And you see the Diva was on him. The Reinhardt went for Fabi. So just keeping him up. And probably the soldier in the back was also shooting at Fabi.
Yeah.
Just to kill the nanovisor.
And again, what you did here was using your Guardian Angel almost on cooldown, I think, even though it's pretty close range. But you're just so evasive in this scenario. I mean, you see you didn't die. Maybe if they had really tried to focus you, you would have died. But I think they didn't, because you just used your res. So yeah, good job there. Fight went really well to you. And yeah, all in all, a very solid defense.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's go directly into offense. We're playing Lucio now. And let's see the team comp. Yeah. And Zarya, I suppose.
By the way, just one thing I want to say for this team comp. Normally...
This one?
Yeah, exactly. We go for the soldier, which is okay. But I think we might want to try out going with a Rotok in this comp, because you have better shield pressure. Like, you have Rotok and Hanzo are like the best combo to instantly kill a Rhine shield, just because you can, like, within 2 seconds you can put 500 damage with Hanzo into it and another 500 damage with Rotok. So within a few seconds, like 3, 4, 5 seconds, a Reinhardt shield is down. Soldier's okay, but he's just not as meaty as a Rotok, and with Rotok you have even more pick potential.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to add as well. You are already going for the Hanzo, so this means you are looking to get early picks, and Rotok like enhances your chances on that even more.
Yeah. And like you have even more stuff that you can put onto the point while the Hanzo is in the background on the high ground, most likely, and just shooting arrows, trying to get the lucky headshot on a 200 HP target, or just a scatter onto anything, really.
Yeah. Whereas, in contrast, the soldier is himself looking to take the high ground.
Yeah, and that's
the point, right?
That's like if you have two heroes going for the high ground is a much higher priority to the enemies most of the time. Because if you have like one target on the high ground and 5 people on spot, you're like, well, okay, we kind of have to clear the spot, and especially if it's like these meaty tanks, you just can't really focus on the high ground too much. But if you have like 2 targets on the high ground, you can. It is like much higher in your priority list, because especially if it's like 2 heroes like Soldier and Hanzo. It's just like if I play normally, I have like this instinct that if there's only 1 target on high ground, it's not as important as if there are like 2. So it might just be a consideration for next time to try the Rotok with this comp. And you also like, I mean, Soldier is really good for nano boost, but so is Rotok, especially like when you have your hammer down to combo it with. Destroying the Rhine shield with a nano boosted whole hawk is really nice. And then like that might even be enough. Like you don't necessarily need a Reinhardt ult, because you still have the Hanzo in the background who can then just freely shoot at everything.
And also you have even more combo potential if you use a Rotok here, because of course the Graviton Surge is always looking for one other ult to combine it with, and Hanzo is great. Hanzo's Dragon Strike is great, as we'll see later on in the game. Spoiler. But Whole Hawk does so much damage when paired up with a Graviton Surge. It's almost not funny anymore. And
Rotok would help extremely against the D.Va that they played all the time, whereas Soldier is kind of the opposite, by getting countered by the D.Va kind of, or denied a lot of his work. Well, the Rotok can just hook her, and then he does like 300 damage, a Hanzo headshot into it, does another 250 damage, so D.Va will instantly get mech'd, out of mech if you hook her. So that's another one. Or you just scatter and don't go for the headshot.
So, we play a different hero. So what's our job in this team comp? Well, as for healing, we have great potential to just top everyone up when we are already gathered. That is, for instance, at the end of a fight, or when we are all pushing the payload together, or when we're all on the point. But just in general, Lucio is especially great due to his ability to bring his team into position really quickly. Of course, we want to make sure that our Ana, who is our main healer, stays alive. So this is what we are very happily switching to healing for. But in general, providing speed just to bring our team into good positions, or just to aggressively push enemies, it's a huge advantage. It's easily underestimated, actually, but it puts so much pressure on the enemy. Yeah. Oh, and always, as Lucio, we don't have to use a weapon to heal people, so we might as well shoot at the enemy the entire game. Like,
to the surprise of many new players, you don't have to shoot your teammates to heal them as
yeah,
Lucio.
Exactly. I tried it as well when I first played Lucio in the open beta. Yeah, we want to be constantly shooting, even if it's just Reinhardt barriers. Just shoot them, shoot. Don't stop shooting. If you want to, I would even allow you to hold down M1 on Lucio. Just shoot in the direction of the enemy, provide more damage, just pressure them.
You do 80 damage per
per clip. No, not clip, but
per burst.
Yeah, like bursts. Right.
I it's a 4-shot burst.
Yeah.
So 80 damage. It's
Not to be underestimated
yeah,
at all.
exactly.
Okay, let's jump into it.
I like soldier more.
Actually, let's listen whether you see their defensive lineup.
No. No, you can't. No, because we have
What you can do is you can go Widow, go up there, get May, push the Anna on top, switch the
You
May.
actually can't do that anymore.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it's also very vulnerable
Yeah,
for
true.
Anna to be up there.
I'll go with
Reinhardt. Fallout. Yeah, okay. Reinhardt is. It's still a bit of an information.
The fucking leader of the lobby.
Yeah, please, just.
It's,
I don't think you see anyone.
Yeah,
So,
5 seconds. Starting time.
first thing I realized instantly, you did not really agree on which route to take. I don't know if you have a very standard strategy for this,
Nope.
but
We
if you
have any
don't, you
strategies
really need
just
to
now.
you really need to agree on whether you just push through the gate main or try to take the high ground via going through what we call movie, the movie theater, the
theater.
cinema on the right hand side. You definitely need to agree on that, because otherwise it might happen that you just end up splitting up. Let's see.
Going right or
Don't push until I pick Anna, okay?
can see a few of them. They have a McCree.
Don't push yet.
David McCree does that say something to us? We can't be too overly aggressive. Like we can probably as Lucia, you can't go for the like stanky boobs, stanky positions, because you will get flashed and then focused by an entire team, because these are scrims. So everything someone does wrong will get called out, like of the enemies. So yeah, just don't be too aggressive. Stay behind your Reinhardt.
Water. Drink it up. I would actually suggest going right of the bus here, because in the very end you agreed on going right side, and you're not in danger where you are right now, but at the end you want to go here, and yeah, in this area you're out in the open, except for when your Reinhardt shields this gate, but that's not what he actually wants to do. Your Reinhardt wants to shield this way, so everyone can like go right side of the bus and straight into the cinema. So I would say next time you want to go through cinema, just all go right of the bus.
I was a bit confused because of the blue stuff on the screen right now. Like, yeah, I thought, is there someone sleeping or so?
This here?
Yeah, it's the Zarya
I'm
bubble
not sure.
just going up.
Ah, okay, I see.
I was like, what? What is this? You can probably see it just when you press play.
It was going down.
Ah,
oh,
okay.
Or wasn't it? Oh, nah, whatever.
Whatever.
It was a Zarya bubble.
Yeah.
Behind.
Okay, we're going main, so we're not going right side.
They also have soldier like on the
That-
soldiers on,
There was no call. Like,
Yeah, someone said let's go right side, I think, in the beginning, but
Yeah.
it's very unspecific. So
yeah,
you
right
need to be-
side could be behind the statue where our tanks is. Right side could be the high ground upstairs.
By the way, this is something talked about some months ago. If you are pushing around the statue, you have to push around the statue and not. So this is the way you want to take. You want to go around the statue and push. What you're not, what you don't want to do is go around the statue and stand still, because yeah, what then? You just your barriers get shot down by the enemies, and then you
You're out
can't
of
push
position.
forward anymore. You're totally out of position. So you really want to push quick now. This is a very strong position, don't get me wrong, but you have to really do it actively. So you are. Wait, did you have to use your amped up here?
I think he tried to use it to get up the stairs faster.
Go behind.
I'll be here in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, go on set, let's go behind. So he probably meant behind statue, and I think someone else said go right side, and
Yeah, it was not very clear.
we just have to like train rollouts on maps.
Callouts. Map callouts.
Rollouts, like rollouts. Getting out of spawn, rolling out.
Also, with double L, not
Yes.
with LE. Ah,
Yeah,
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. yeah, so we end up not having our amped up available, which we actually want to have available right now, because now we want to push around the statue with speed amped and just roll over the enemy.
This is also something like where the Rotok would have been better than the Soldier. Like, our front line is basically Zarya, Reinhardt, and Lucio. No one that really like creates pressure, creates danger. Like
the Zarya to some extent, I guess.
Yeah, but she is like not at high charge.
Yeah,
like, that's the problem here. Like, you want something that's like behind your Reinhardt, and where the enemies know of, damn it, we can't push in hard, or else we get punished by that one. And that's most of the time a Rotok. Just creating the space to some extent.
So I think we should have saved our amped up, so that we have it available right now, so that we can push quickly onto the point.
Like on the soldiers on
But still, we need to do something now. We are pushing slowly. Okay, you just got the call out to stick on heals, while I wanted to say you could switch to speed, because okay, of course Tom called it out because people were getting low.
I think Tom was just going up the stairs, so he didn't see anything.
That might well be. Unfortunately, this was not very well communicated, and that's why Klenok just pushed in here and is going to die now. So Tom should have, if Tom wants to take the high ground, then Tom should just go up there with Fabi in the very first place, because otherwise you delay your push even more.
I think that was this thing there where you went Widow to get a first like shot off and instantly got slapped by the Ana, so he was very delayed with the switch on the Ana.
Oh,
so,
yeah, you're right. Okay, this is
unfortunate,
but still you would have to communicate it better, because now half of the team was already pushing in, while the other half was still getting into position, and this results in you losing your Reinhardt. This was, by the way, this was totally suicidal. Like on 20 HP charging in. No, you want to retreat with your shield up. Maybe you could have survived, but you were so low that maybe you wouldn't even have survived that. But okay, now we lost our front line, our Reinhardt, and this means we want to fall back. We really want to get out here, so we stick on speed, and you are totally allowed, even if you're not the main shot caller of the team, you're totally allowed to tell everyone to get out. So just say, speed out, out, get out, out. That's normally what I do when I'm on Lucio and speeding us out. Because now we do... in German you would say, nothing whole, nothing half. I think this doesn't exist in English, but I guess you know what I mean. You don't really decide on whether you should push in aggressively or get out defensively, and do sort of a hybrid thing which can't work in Overwatch. Yeah, McCree is just coming behind you. Die. The others need to get out there, but they just die. Pretty staggered even.
Nothing half full. Nothing half full.
Nothing half full.
That's what Google tells me.
Does this actually exist? Can you find out?
This might just be Google Translate being super random again, I suppose.
Yeah, you just say what you're doing here is a bit half-assed. So,
yeah,
whatever. Okay, we need to...
yeah, whatever. Just
Tom staggered even more, so we are losing quite a bit of time here, which is pretty unfortunate. Okay, you're getting Tom back. That's good decision making. Okay. Apparently we're going through the cinema this time without that being communicated, but everyone's...
Except for Fabi.
Okay, except for Fabi. Yeah, that's why you have to agree on your strategy.
Exactly.
Okay, you're following him now.
In front of Reinhardt.
Okay, just leave Vanilor. He can stay there and shoot.
Normally just because now they will just like see that everyone is up there and I'm still back there and can freely shoot.
Yeah.
So, and
Uh,
even if I get shot, I can just fall back at the big
Also,
head.
now is a moment where you really have to agree on what to do next, because you have a few possibilities.
I even come with you.
You have a few possibilities. Oh, actually, you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Teleporting.
You have a few possibilities. First is staying here and getting a pick, and then pushing straight onto the point. Second is basically pushing straight onto the point. And third is speed boosting and jumping over here and going around.
Yeah.
But you should not mix that up. It should not be the case that half of your team or one or two players go down and the other go up into the upper apps.
Nearly have grab.
One in the back.
Not even close.
Okay, it looks like you're getting a pick, and now you need to just push.
Yeah.
You need to just go.
It's just now amping up as well.
You need to go onto the point. Speed boost, drop down, rush them.
No, Anna?
Arrow, you mean?
You're dropping down from you're jumping to the other roof for now,
Daniel, come with me.
while the rest of the team is a bit indecisive, and Klanok is just pushing in.
No, he fell down and moves.
You got around there.
Back way down.
Yeah, as said, I'd have suggested to just rush the point.
Soldiers off.
But anyway,
He's down.
you want to get on spot now. Amp healing only if really necessary, which it isn't in this case, but instead just provide speed boost. If you can provide speed boost during the team fight, you have a major advantage over the team without speed boost. So I also often make the mistake to heal too much during a team fight, even if everyone is almost at full health. Although speed boosting would be much more valuable for the rest of the team, because you have an Anna who can really well watch over everyone and keeping them alive. And as soon as more than a few people get more than a bit low, you can still switch to healing, right? But your standard should be speed, especially in a moment like this.
Sarah's off.
How fast now?
What's your point?
Lucy's one. They're going for me.
Fortunately, you got the sound off. I'm not entirely sure why you're going through the apartments here, because that way you're not providing anything to your team.
What's your point?
Lucy's
Let's
one.
see again. You tried to dodge the
Yeah, you heard the
tech visor here, but I think you might have just speed boosted behind the Reinhardt shield as well.
Probably speed boost him into a better position to block it.
I guess this would have been more valuable for the team at this very moment. Okay.
They're going
They
for me.
even dropped the sound barrier, which is interesting.
Mhm. There you go. Healing, yeah, I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, Klanok got out of range and got spammed down.
And here we got to.
They're going for me.
Let's see. You see the time? 2024.
Where are you, Fabi?
5, 26, 27, 28. At 28, you start shooting again. You had 4 seconds in which you would have been able to shoot. Like, that's just DPS that's just
Missing.
missing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's no reason not to shoot
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
Yeah, especially on heroes like Lucio, where you don't
Yeah.
need to land a headshot to one-shot the person or
Yeah,
something like this,
exactly.
but can just provide additional damage. Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Getting out.
Just getting out of here. Fine with that. Can't get Tom out, but now just speed back. You can't get Fabi out of there. He was out of position.
I didn't see them pushing around.
Okay, take the big health pack. You survived. Okay.
Yeah.
We have sound barrier for next one.
As said, this also applies to Lucio, even though it might be to a slightly lesser extent than on Mercy. Don't sacrifice yourself just for the slight chance to keep someone alive. Because there was actually no way you could have gotten Fabi out of there at this moment. Fabi just went into the wrong direction. Simply put. towards the stairs, you can't get him out of there. Your range is too short. You don't want to get in again, so you just get out. On speed, by the way.
I didn't see them pushing around.
Reset to
Okay,
high ground.
pick up the health.
Okay, wait for me.
Yeah.
Soldiers in high ground.
Yeah, let's push him then. Like, go up in here. Down.
Your Reinhardt should provide a bit more shield, by the way, when you push into the cinema.
Yeah.
So it might happen that someone of you gets spotted and just shot down. Would be very unfortunate.
Random McCree headshot and Helix rocket, or Fire Strike and Helix
Fine
rocket.
with this speed boost, by the way. It just makes sure this is the only moment. Yeah. So going up the stairs, this direction, of course, is the only moment where you're really vulnerable. So you might definitely use your speed boost there, except for maybe when you are planning to jump over to the upper apartments. Then you want to save your speed boost, but you have to decide that before you push.
Also, I think Fabi just ran a bit too far ahead and was in front of Reinhardt.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember commenting that while I was spectating. Fabi, of course, needs to stay with you and behind the Reinhardt shield, otherwise he just gets... I think this was probably a Helix rocket and a few headshots, and he's down.
I think there was a Fire Strike in there.
Or even more.
Whatever.
Oh.
Okay, now you're very indecisive again.
Yeah, they picked one of us. I think there's no really decision. What should we do right now?
Yeah, but I'm not really happy with all of you staying in this very small place. It might...
I'm thinking about what they have. Zarya, Reinhardt, Soldier, McCree.
I mean, they don't have something like a Junkrat who can just spam you to
or
death.
Pharah that you can just spam, but it's still like we give up shield, for example, freely just now.
I'd say either decide on whether you go in or fall back at least a little, so that you are not standing out in the open.
I mean, there are basically two options at this point. We can wait for Fabi to get back, and then push it as 6, or we push in like now as with 5, and Fabi sets up like a flank.
But again, you can't wait here. Tom just said wait for him, but you can't wait here. As soon as you're here,
Tom even? Tom is still back there, right? Like, that's a.
He must be. Yeah, wait. Yeah. So Tom, who you decided on to be your main shot caller, just told you to wait, but he did it a bit too late because as soon as you're out there, you're in the fight. So it's too late to wait here.
Wait for him.
Yeah, for Fabi.
Yeah. I mean, we could have just pushed already, I think, like a bit, because Fabi still can like set up a better flank, even because if we just stay there and wait for him to be like in a better position, we kind of telegraph that something will happen now because we waited so long. So the enemies might know, okay, Soldier did spawn and is somewhere, and now they're pushing like after waiting so long, so they probably be a 6 again. If we would have pushed like before that, they might like forget about the Soldier because they have an immediate threat behind them. If we push like the high ground, or like in front of them, or like on point, or wherever. And so yeah, exactly. So we went a bit too far. So yeah, we shouldn't have waited at this point, I think. So yeah, just
I go graviton.
we have
I nearly have
that was good. That was a nice
pick, and now go on spot again.
Yeah.
You have a pick, attack. You can really speed boost in, amp it up aggressively, and sound barrier. So
when you speed up, just call go in, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm speeding, go in.
now you can really.
I'm 96.
Okay, you said not to be sound barrier because you're not actually pushing them.
Yeah.
You're standing
They
on the point and
give
waiting
us
for
so
them
much,
to push.
So much room just now.
But the fact that you have a Lucio who had his but up and sound barrier available really enabled you to push them aggressively.
Yeah.
I think you should have done that, and You specifically, Daniel, could have informed everyone that you are not just going to amp it up and go in with sound barrier, so you just rush them. Okay, you're now deciding to take it slowly.
Nanovisor,
Now we want to speed boost Fabi because the enemies are falling back through the arch. We want to speed provide speed to the nano boosted ulting Fabi, just to make sure he gets all of this bonus. Not spawn. What am I talking about? All of the enemies falling back to the arch.
So if you're not on spot, that's not too bad because there were already 4 people on it.
Okay. Again, you want to speed boost and take these guys down. You can. You're 6 people.
Yeah. And especially at this moment where like the payload isn't even.
Okay, you're doing it. You're providing speed boost, and you can even go further. You can even go with Fabi there, just to.
It would even be enough, like if the Rhino just goes back for the card and just go with DPS, go with the Zarya, just go even more aggressive. Look for early spawners who might be split from the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Like the new Lucio, or like Lucio in general, is really good, or just especially the new Lucio is really good to go on the hunts like after you got the first point.
Yeah.
Like because you have Mercy Heal basically for them, at least for a few seconds, and you have the speed amp is just really nice. So Lucio shouldn't be the one pushing the payload at this point. They engage.
Okay, now again you decided on pushing them, which you do as well, but you might as well just provide the speed amp and sound barrier for the aggressive push.
Yeah.
As soon as you decide to do a very aggressive push, speed amp and sound barrier is just amazing. Now you get countergraphed, which is a huge mistake by the enemy.
Actually, it might have been just like at the same time for both, because they threw it further, I think. Because I'm not sure if I see our graph first, like, oops, going back, frame by frame. Yeah, it's basically at the same time.
Okay.
You see Zarya shooting here, and their graph already popped. So I guess we countergraphed in a sense, but it was basically at the same time.
Yeah, but it was not a defensive graviton by you. It was a very aggressive graviton.
And we had the dragon combo. They do have the McCree there, but we should be fine, especially with the sound barrier.
Yeah, you do have your Reinhardt shield, which prevents a lot of damage from the Deadeye. And also you have this reflex, which I always tell every beginner Lucio. You're not a beginner Lucio, obviously, but I always tell to them, as soon as you are caught in a graviton, just hammer your Q button. Don't even check whether you have your sound barrier available. Just hammer your Q button. If you have it, it will go off. If you don't have it, yeah, bad luck.
Maybe not if you have a Zenyatta, but generally speaking.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, it's the same for Zenyatta without Lucio and Lucio without Zenyatta. If you have both, you should communicate your ults anyways. So yeah, you do that, you get graphed instantly sound barrier, but please, if you're in a graviton search, switch to heal, because you can't your team can't use the speed at all. So you might as well just switch to heal and amp it up immediately. Spoiler, you do this 1 second later.
And there was no reason looking into this direction.
Oh, true actually.
Why would you go there? Like, the enemy team is in the graviton, you can provide a bit of extra damage just poking in.
Yeah, just spam everyone. Yeah, combo goes off. We got a good shot on the Ryan. Yeah. This is the only exception to the never stop shooting rule. If Anna slapped a priority target, we don't want to just spam our shots into it.
You missed every shot of that.
Which is really. I have some recordings of myself playing Lucio and target getting slapped, and I just frantically pull up my mouse just to miss every shot. But yeah. So in general, if you see a sleeping target, really only start shooting when your DPS are doing that. You even get.
I even say no, don't wake him up, because I was about to shoot him like in the face with an arrow. Yeah.
Especially when you have a sniper, you can just leave it to them. They
Or
will watch it.
Roadhog. Roadhog is like a prime example for someone who can. Just
Good
kill
job
people.
picking up your Zarya. Good job picking up
Yes.
your Zarya. Your Anna can easily solo heal this at the moment.
Yeah. That's soldier.
That is. This is your soldier. Okay. The soldier is pretty far off. Okay.
They will recontest it.
Yeah.
This spamming in damage, that's good. Soldier on high ground.
That's high ground, high ground.
Could have called it out. You did see him going out of the hole, I think.
That's high ground, high ground.
Did we... Like,
The Genji, or
No, the soldier.
the soldier.
Like, if you go back a few seconds.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see the soldier going out.
Here. You have the you have vision of this catwalk. So if you see someone going up there, it probably means something. So in case you see someone there, you want to call it out. And this also holds for
He's one.
the Genji who just dashed behind you. He might be trying to get an ult off as well. But in this case, the soldier is the only one using his.
That's high ground, high ground.
Yeah, you stay on heal and embed. I'm fine with that because there's no way you can escape the vision of the soldier in time.
Yeah.
You just keep shooting. Okay.
It's just a
You
lost
got-
fight.
You got.
They
they use-
invested
they
4
use-
ults.
They use so many ults. Of course, you do lose the fight, but in the end, it's actually a win for you because now you have an advantage over them.
The only thing they
Oh my
didn't
god.
use was...
Oh my god.
It's pretty unfortunate that Fabi died so late, but he
Fabi-
realized that himself.
Fabi is also sometimes like the overconfidence of getting out. Like, it happens to me as well.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
No,
As DPS, like, I think I can get out, but it would be like faster to just die. You saw, like, he died when some of us already spawned.
Okay, now no one realizes that the Genji is, of course, still behind you.
I think I only said that he was on me, but
Yeah.
I didn't call out after he
Um,
was still behind.
But, I mean, at least Daniel saw that.
Yeah. That's
So, yeah, if you realize that no one is paying attention to the Genji behind, you might just call out the Genji behind. That's the general thing.
Genji's behind you.
Ah, there, okay. So,
Yeah.
I was a bit too quick, apparently. There we go. Genji's still behind us. Yeah, there you go. And we speed out. Yeah, good job. Nice use of the new
Ooh, nice
new
switch as well.
wall riding passive. You were a bit lucky as well. You got extremely low, but yeah, I said good use of the bouncing off walls.
Also, I liked like the initial speed boost and then switching to heal to
Yeah,
get a bit of
that's
the anti-heal
that's
off.
what we talked about with you already. You told us that you're trying to use this more. Yeah, now just provide speed boost with amp to the soldier especially.
We want to do it because
okay,
the time is
okay,
getting
yeah,
over.
sorry,
Yeah.
never mind. We need to go to the payload, and we're the one who can reach it the fastest. Yeah, so go
Especially
ahead,
with
go
the-
ahead.
Point.
Okay,
That
you
was so clutch. Holy
you,
shit!
you got the overtime out of that.
That was I think 0.1 second.
I
like
am
before it
genuinely
went
impressed.
Over. Like, wait a sec. I think that was like really 0.1 or so. Right, going back. Going even further back. Like, look at this timing. Whoops. You press escape.
Yeah, he tried to escape, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's look at this. When this contested show up. YouTube VODs. I love it.
Okay, we're still on 0. 0.1.
0.2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
0.2
seconds.
0.2.
That was so
0.3
clutch.
actually, but oh my god.
That was so clutch. Holy shit.
0.3 seconds. Nice. Okay.
Then someone else can follow up. That was nice. I mean, they was kind of distracted with you on the payload. The Reinhardt wasn't shielding, and our nano boost could
Of
follow
course,
up.
now we're looking to get the most out of our speed, so we just use our wall ride, we use our speed boost, we get our Anna in position. Meanwhile, our team is obviously clutching it.
Go, go, go. Stay on point, stay on point.
Three on point.
There you go.
They're falling back.
Okay,
Falling back
yeah.
to Gravity.
Stay on speed. Stay on speed. You don't need heals at the moment.
I had to procure run so much.
Yeah.
This was a clutch play.
That's really, really nice. Even have sound barrier for next one.
Mhm.
Just
I need to
stitch.
switch it, I doubt it.
Yeah. I highly doubt it. With Tracer.
So this is a moment where it would be again very helpful to have kept track of the enemy ultimates, because on that you as Lucio could decide on whether to use your sound barrier aggressively or defensively. If you know the enemy team has their graviton surge, then you want to keep your sound barrier so that you can use it defensively. Same for Earth Shatter, although Earth Shatter is you need to dodge it if you want to counter it by a sound barrier, so it's a little bit trickier. But you can play around that, Lucy, if you know that you're trying to do it. But if you know they don't have either of these ults, you can just rush them with sound barrier and speed them again.
They should be near next new graviton.
Yes,
or
it's
Earth
quite
Shatter.
some time ago they used it,
Basically 2
so
points.
they will have it, but you need to communicate that in
And
game.
Earth Shatter should be up soon as well. Maybe Tech Visor, depending on how much damage he did.
Good
Definitely
call.
no Dragon Blade because he switched to again to Tracer.
Lucy down.
Nice.
No sound barrier.
Behind us, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, try to stay in range of the majority of your team in this case.
2 picks
Yeah,
right now.
we do have 2 picks. Actually,
There's
this is a
6v4.
this is a moment where we could just decide on using our abilities
Really
aggressively.
hard engage.
Hard engage with speed amp and sound barrier again, just to roll over everyone else.
Pushing hard. We don't need ults.
Yeah,
Pushing
yeah,
hard.
this definitely. We should just,
Nice. Tracer is behind us.
in this case, where we have this Reinhardt, who is in a very dangerous position for himself, and let's use the pen again. We have a Reinhardt here, we have a Zarya here, we don't see her at the moment. We could just run over them. So you use your speed amp, you use your sound barrier, there's no way they can beat you. Except for maybe when they use ultimates, which they are not looking to do because they cannot really kill you with it as the 4 people you are, and especially if you have a sound barrier. So yeah, I'd suggest you really do a hard engage here.
Pushing hard. We don't need ults.
Yeah, okay, Tom called out you don't need ults, but I agree with him that you don't need offensive ults, but you could have used your sound barrier just to confirm every kills and push even further. Yeah.
Reinhardt.
This focus call was a bit late. Someone else should have called him earlier.
Yeah.
Like one of the DPS, or like you could also do that.
Okay.
They were near Graviton.
Yeah. this way, their respawners were coming in, and now they decided on using their Graviton Surge. Of course, now your sound barrier is in a really good spot, but I'm afraid it's not enough.
They had a nano boost.
Soldier behind us.
Got
Yes.
slapped. Fortunately,
Okay,
you were on
Okay,
here.
it's 4 versus 4 at the moment, but the spawn advantage for the enemy team is so heavy. Like, your spawn is way back down the road, and the enemy spawn is here,
What
literally.
do the enemies have? They have the Genji now again. They have a Lucio of their own.
Mhm.
They have their Reinhardt and the Zarya. Zarya is on a lot of charge. You can see how huge. Actually can't see it because the face cam is in front of it.
Oh.
But
Let's
she is like
let's
That's
just
her beam.
let's just
Like-
quickly remove us here. That's enough.
her beam is
It's
massive.
It's massive.
She's-
It's near 100 charge, I would say.
Yeah. She has a
Uh,
massive dong. She will melt everyone. So they have both one DPS died, but they have a Reinhardt who can swing away rather like freely, because you are fighting on an enclosed area like around the payload, and you have a Genji who can just dash and then a 100 charge Zarya. They have a lot of DPS, and the Lucio can just fire like with him, and while he provides.
Meanwhile, you just lost your main healer.
They don't have a Lucio. They have their main healer. We don't have our main healer. This way around. So they do have more here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, this way.
Okay, and you lost your Zarya as well. Actually, now you killed the main healer. So at this point, it's not very clear if this fight is winnable.
That's true.
But I must personally say I don't agree with this call, and that's because we have half a minute on the time. Just a rule of thumb: most of the time, 20 seconds is enough for a full new push. Yeah. And you have 33 seconds on the clock. You could either fall back or instantly die and then do a 6-man push again, and then use your ults, because this is not the last fight. The use ults call, even if someone died, is mostly meaningful in the if you know it's going to be the last fight, but this is most probably not going to be the last
what
fight.
Could have done here, I think, was pull out a bit, like don't fully reset, but just play a bit more defensively until Zarya comes back.
Yeah, basically
she has
maybe go around this corner, not into
Zarya
this room.
just told us in if you read chat, nice, that she has a graviton surge, so and she died.
Actually, I just now realize that you could not see any of our drawings. Okay, but you could see my mouse movement, so I guess it's probably going to...
Yeah, you would have to add epic pen.
It's probably going to work. Okay, okay, so I will use my mouse now. Sorry.
All right. Professionals.
Yeah. First time using epic pen. Sorry.
Yeah, happens. Zarya has her ult. What we could do is fall a bit back. This way around, not big bad. We still have some like pressure from the Hanzo up top, so they can't push freely into you. So, and just like delay a bit until Zarya comes back. And whatever, we will set up for next one. And then use the Graviton Surge Hanzo combo. Like, they don't have... Do they have Sound Barrier? Even if we should be able to kill everything inside it.
They might. I think they didn't use it.
Yeah, the Lucio got killed at the start of the fight. But even Sound Barrier is not enough, like, to protect fully from a Dragon Strike combo. Dragon Strike Graph combo, especially if the rest of the team puts damage in as well. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Like, it looked good, like, from the kill feed, because we got so many picks and yay, we're winning the fight, but it's just they have so much better respawns.
Yeah.
It just screwed us over there.
Okay. Good boop on the Zarya. Unfortunately, just missed the edge. But it's fine.
Spawners are coming in.
Still a good boop. And Zarya is going down, by the way, due to the tech visor. So
now it's only the Reinhardt remaining. There's the Sound Barrier.
Again, very unfortunate. They always... good save. Good save with the wall riding here. By the way, you're doing an incredibly good job on wall riding. I'm always impressed watching you using the wall ride to get in positions, especially. Okay, and now they're just coming back. So this would be the perfect moment to use the Graviton and Hanzo combo. Yeah. Graviton Warlock.
That's right.
You use the Graviton, but you don't
have the Hanzo.
But you don't have the Dragon Strike available anymore. And if you had the Dragon Strike available now, I really think you could have won this game in this very moment.
Yeah.
Which is
and
very
now
unfortunate.
The part that follows now is you staying on the card, being evasive. That's all good, but the mistake that we do as a team is we're not focus firing. Everyone is shooting someone. No one is killing anyone, and we don't kill anything. Like, really.
Yeah.
Reinhardt
even now, yeah, good sound barrier. Perfectly fine with the sound barrier. But again, if you had just even after the Graviton, I think if you had now in this moment really focused targets and had your target caller call out every target to focus, and then just everyone went straight for him, you could have won here. I think this is the biggest problem in this fight.
I'm back and I'm trying to call, like, but it's a bit too little, too late.
Yeah, it's just such a mess. Everyone's shooting anything.
There in 2 seconds.
Your mech goes down. Don't stop shooting. Especially in such a situation, don't stop shooting.
I think you were in the Winston bubble and stopped.
No, especially when you're in a Winston bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't stop shooting, because if you can destroy it, you have a major advantage. Winston just wasted his bubble. Yeah, go ahead, shoot. Oh, okay. You got booped off by the other Lucio.
Fast forward, now everything falls apart, especially since their Reinhardt got off a Earth Shatter, and now it's over.
Okay, yeah, match is over.
Oh, Fabi, you have to use that, man.
What?
Didn't you have ult?
Okay.
How should I use ult when I'm shattered?
I don't know.
I don't
question.
know. I don't know either.
Valid question.
Maybe someday we'll know.
All right.
Let's quickly watch the awesome play of the game.
Yeah.
By
Fabi.
good old Fabi.
Here we have Fabi coming in on the soldier. He pops the nanovisor and gets just shooting. Gets the baby diva. The others are coming into him. I don't know why. Nano boosted soldier is not a target you want to go into, and just cleans up. The rest came in, but the Reinhardt died afterwards.
We didn't win.
Yeah.
4 kills.
Use ult, so I used ult.
Winning.
All right.
Okay. What can we say to Daniel specifically?
Well, it's different on both of these heroes.
Yeah, definitely.
As said, you're very altruistic, Mercy. You really try to make sure everyone gets as much healing as possible, which is in general, of course, a good idea. But just try to remember it's actually more important that you stay alive than that everyone else stays alive. And
I needed to do it.
Really, you should listen to this song more. It's actually a good song. I didn't even realize. I just went on YouTube to find this, and I realized it's actually quite a good song. Whatever. Yeah, you stay alive, even if you need to sacrifice someone else for it, and especially if you only sacrifice a few HP for someone else. So it's not actually important that your Soldier 76 in the far back is only on 150 HP. If you have to die for healing him, or trying to heal him even. So, yeah, be a bit more egoistic on Mercy, but I'd say. And on Lucio, I would say in general you can be a bit more decisive. Just
And more vocal.
Sorry?
And more vocal.
Yeah, this plays together. If you see an opportunity to aggressively push the enemy team, call it out and do it. Especially this speed amp and sound barrier combo is so strong, and if you can just take this decision for the team and call it out, this puts you in a very good position, because afterwards you have free push on the payload, free capture on the point, free percentage on the control point, whichever mode you play.
And trust your instincts. You're playing really well. Like, you have good decision making, especially regarding, like, on Mercy, like damage boosting.
Yes.
And healing.
We should
was
definitely
really nice.
highlight that your decision making on which beam to use, and also just in general in the mid of the team fight, on which target. I'm really impressed. It's really, really good.
Also, like, you can trust, like, your instincts on when to ult. Like, you don't have to wait till someone else calls to use your ult. Just trust that you know when it's a good opportunity. Like, it's the same with DPS. They play a lot of DPS and therefore know when they can ult, and supports, like, develop the same kind of, like,
Actually, this is even more important for supports than for DPS and tank players, especially in a 6 stack, because you will in the end have your shot caller who evaluates the ults you have and will tell you which ults to use, and usually say something, only use nano boost and tech visor or whatever. But support ults are generally a lot more reactive. So just keep in mind that even if the shot caller, for instance Tom or even Vanilor, calls out to only use 2 ults, you as a Lucio, Zenyatta or Mercy player are always allowed to use your ult if the situation requires it, or you can get a major advantage of it. Support ults are a lot more reactive, not only to enemy attacks, but also to the entire situation. So you can use them aggressively and defensively. Mostly applies to Lucio and Zen.
Yeah. Anna is more of an aggressive.
Yeah, Anna is super aggressive and Mercy is super defensive, of course, but Lucio and Zen ults are can be used in a very hybrid way, especially Sound Barrier actually. Transcendence is more defensive, I'd say. Okay.
Let me quickly go over the team. Team as a whole. We need to make sure we know what strategies we use, especially attack strategies. Where do we attack? From where do we attack? With that in mind, also the rollouts, when the match starts, where do we go? How do we go? When do we use, for example, speed boost? Where is everybody at which position? Who's in front, who's behind, stuff like that. The same for defense, to be honest. Knowing where to take fights on defense, especially King's Row. We only we took the first fight even a bit late in the streets phase, I'd say, on our defense. We waited till they pushed nearly to the corner. We could have just engaged them while they were in the choke. That's normally your first point of attack on this phase, and then you have another one shortly before the second checkpoint. We only had one really which we lost, so they got the checkpoint because we also were indecisive if we should contest or not. We did it better on the third checkpoint because we kind of were forced to fight in the right position, I guess, by fighting at the corner, at the last corner. Target focusing when I am dead. It's probably something we could get better at, and target focusing in general. But I think we did better the next scrims at target focusing.
Totally agree. I totally agree.
And I would have to watch the VOD of that one, to see if when I was dead, what was the target focusing then. Someone will need to take over. We kind of need a hierarchy where I call first. If I die, Fabi calls. If he dies, don't know.
Gohan
probably. Something like that. Yeah, okay, and
would
the
at
stuff
least
we already said, tracking ults. We really need to track ults.
Yeah, it
was really solid.
Just in general, we had quite a lot of things to say. It's almost 1.5 hours of review now,
and we had we had a break.
So actually it's
probably 1:40.
It's actually quite a long review.
Yeah.
But anyway, as said, you as a team are doing a really good job. I realized that especially in your latest scrim, which was your first, or no, probably not your first, but a scrim against 6 AM, you just worked so well together. I'm really impressed because you're not playing together that long at the moment.
And I'm happy that it's not the first game we played together anymore, the Nepal one. For those, was it streamed? It was probably streamed because it was.
I think I watched games. It. I think I watched it. It was pretty chaotic.
It was super chaotic. No one knew what to call, when to call. Everyone ignored it at each other. No one knew who to listen to. We really improved on that, in this short time. Yeah. I like it. I really have fun playing in this team.
Yeah. And Daniel, you're a really good support player. You can actually be a bit more confident in yourself and your decisions.
Definitely.
At many points. Okay.
All right. I think that's it. I don't have anything more to say.
No, me neither. Yeah.
Then we'll see you in the next one. Actually, I like this having this on with two people, because you have like the focus. One can look at the individual
Yeah, of
player,
course,
one
and,
can look
and
at the
everyone
team
has something to add at some point. So, if you guys want to give us feedback for this review, feel free to do this in the comments below.
Yep.
If you like the video, then like the video and whatnot. And always
See you
remember,
on stream or in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye.
okay. Stylosa once told me that ranked is gonna roll me. I'm better off in quick play instead. I thought that sounds pretty dumb, surely ranked is much more fun. So IQ thought of gold guns in my head. Well, the salt starts coming and it don't stop coming. Matched against premates, no point in running. Telling myself that I play for fun, but if you don't deal, I'm fucking done. If you don't change, I throw this game. I don't care if Hanzo is your main. I swear I pick top on attack, then uninstall, never look back. Hey now, you're in diamond, lock your main and go play. Hey now, gotta rank up, gotta earn that cool spray. And all my guns will be gold. No one go through ranked without getting trolled.